Hey guys, alright, so it's gonna be my third episode on 10 minutes of speaking practice daily, and today is the 28th of January. We're on the third day. It's been, you know, we're making progress here. Um, I know that practice makes perfect, so I'm never gonna stop. I'm gonna continue to make my episodes and try and improve as much as possible. So, the topic of discussion today will be how would you go about when other department that is not really associated with you, for example, if you're in the engineering department and let's say there's someone in technology and they're trying to assign work to you, how would you go about it? So, a quick introduction here. It's one of the important things here is to make sure that you're um, notifying or updating your boss about the uh, tasks that are given to you by others, which it's a vital practice to do so. And this is because, your supervisor should be the person with the ultimate, your supervisor is the ultimate decision maker that assigns you work and allocates the necessary hours for you. And the issue with neglecting to do this is that it will have a lot of adverse effects, especially on your effective 50 hours, or they call it utilization hours, where you need to meet a specific target of, let's say, 80% of your working hours in order to meet the yearly target. So there's some goals you need to keep in mind, and you can, in this case, what I typically do is I try to resolve these issues by trying to mutually agree to allocate my hours into ongoing tasks, like current tasks and projects. So, if we're looking at the boss's perspective on this, uh, if you complete your tasks that where you aren't provided any allocated hours, it's not really going to generate any revenue, right? But it's not going to affect it either, right? Because someone has to do it. And since the company prioritizes utilization hours, you can basically use hours from another project to compensate the lost time. And that's generally acceptable, and it kind of allows you to it does help you prevent your boss from looking at you in a incompetent way, viewing you as incompetent. You don't want that at all, right? So just make sure you're establishing very clear agreements with your manager in order to ensure that you're prioritizing a smooth workflow. So once these agreements are in place, you gain a layer of protection and also confidence in your work, right? So you don't need to be anxious all the time, essentially. And in any organizational settings, any deviations from the usual workflow should always be discussed with your manager and agreed upon. And this not only showcases your responsibility as a professional, but also eliminates any confusion that may arise due to the lack of communication internally. So moving forward, it's essential to focus on the well, this is just one part that you need to take into account, but most importantly, you need to focus on the path to the future and try to disregard past issues, right? It's very important to recognize that people don't really think this way in the path to the future in an organization. They're more focused on the processes and not getting fired, which is not a good use of your life, right? We have a limited time at our disposal, and you want to use your time as effectively as possible. So your responsibility is to try and maximize your efficiency while also fostering personal development and acquiring knowledge that could be beneficial for the future generations or future technology. And embracing this mindset will undoubtedly make you more effective and a valuable contributor to the organization at the world and the world at large. And that's all. That's my answer to this prompt. And thank you so much for listening. I'm going to come up with episode 4. I am looking forward to see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys again. Bye bye. Bye bye.